Hi, welcome to Ray Pollo, Ray Chicken English lessons. Today we want to look at present simple. Let me move the chicken so we can see our chart. You remember our pronouns, subjective pronouns, I, you, he, she, it, singular. Plural, we, you all, they. Now we want to look at verbs. With English, we use auxiliar verbs, and for present, we use the auxiliar do, D-O, do. And then we use the verb in infinitive, any action verb. So today let's look at the verb work. Work in Spanish is trabajar. So in Spanish we would say yo trabajo. In English we would say I do work. Period. There's our sentence. I do work. The auxiliar for do is the same. The auxiliar for you is the same. It is do. I do work. You do. Plus our verb. Any action verb in the infinitive. Again, we will use trabajar in English is work. So you do work. Period. In Spanish we would say tú trabajas. English, you do work. Alright, we're going to skip down to we. The auxiliar verb for we is also do. The auxiliar for you all is also do. And the auxiliar for they is do. Again, followed by any infinitive action verb. And our example today we will look at is work, trabajar. So, we do work. You all do work. And they do work. Short sentences. Period, period, period. Alright, notice there's no difference. Do work, do work, do work, do work, do work. In Spanish this would be different. In English it's the same. Consequently, to understand, the pronoun is extremely important. We cannot simply say a sentence, do work, because we would not understand. We must include a pronoun in English. Alright, now you notice I left this space blank for he, she, and it, third person singular. This is the only complicated conjugation in English with the auxiliar do. In this case we use a little different auxiliar and we say does. Written like this, D-O-E-S. Then, just like above, we follow it with a infinitive verb. With a base verb, I should say. And today we are going to look at the same work. He does work. She does work. It does work. Okay, when do we use the present simple? In English we use the present simple to show routine. Something we do every day, something we do continually, something we repeat. So I do work every day. For example, work, 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 work. I do work. Alright, now how do we make a negative? Yo no trabajo. In English, we would insert the word not. I do not work. You do not work. He does not work. We do not work. They do not work. And you do not work. Alright. This is for the negative. Now, native speakers will make one word out of these two words. And they will say don't for speaking faster. Instead of saying I do not work, we can say I don't work. Another contraction. You don't work. We don't work. You all don't work. And they don't work. There's also a contraction for does not. We can make one word out of two. And we can say the contraction doesn't. He doesn't work. Practice repeating. I don't work. You don't work. He doesn't work. She doesn't work. It doesn't work. We don't work. You all don't work. And they don't work. I want to show you some examples. This is an antique school book that my mother used when she was a little girl. I want to show you some examples of the auxiliar do. In this case it's negative, and it says, I do not want to play. Here we have a positive. It says, yes, I do. Before that was a question. Do you like dogs? He said. Yes, I do, said Jerry. Here's another example in the negative. I do not want you in my garden. Yo no quiero ti en mi jardín. My Spanish is very basic. I hope I am translating this right. For example, I do not want to play. Yo no quiero jugar. Okay, those are some examples of the auxiliar do, and with the negative, and the verb work, trabajar. Thank you very much.